All right, welcome back, everybody. This is M-Dog, and we are out here trolling the coast of Japan. And I caught a really nice fish out here, so I wanted to sort of show you this fish. It was my first marlin, and the first marlin was a unique striped marlin. 187 kilos. It was such a good fight. And we actually caught it on this very setup here. The 15 centimeter squid chain with the 85 gram trolling octopus. I actually think I want to try that very same trolling octopus, but a smaller version of it on the other setup. And I thought we could troll this area a little more. Not that we're going to be able to recreate the marlin, but I've come to really like this. Yeah, we could just go with the 43 gram, the small one, I guess. I've come to really enjoy this area on the map. You can see there's still fish below where we are right now. And just to kind of show you where we are, I did drop the marker here, which shows the unique striped marlin. And what I've been enjoying is, I think I've said in past videos, that there's just sort of this triangle of fish here. Right here we call it a trophy grade or amberjack. I've really enjoyed this zone. Probably mostly for tuna, but some other stuff as well. But I'm quickly adding this to my list. So this stretch here, we're seeing some decent fish. And of course the marlin came out here. So I don't know, at some point I'm gonna have to experiment with kind of following this channel or whatever a little bit to see if there's other good fishing that way. But let's go ahead and just troll for a little bit. Of course, we did catch it trolling and on the setup that I showed you. So here's the bigger setup that we actually caught it on. Get that cast out. And put that down, and then we'll also do the same for this one. That cast out. Let it get a little farther from the boat. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, oh, we've got a fish on already, I believe. Yes, we do. No, we don't. False alarm. When I caught that marlin, though, I think I had, and this could have just been happenstance, of course. I do think I had this a little farther from the boat. I remember it was like a really long cast, so anyway, we'll just try putting it right there and hope that we can get on some fish here. Okay, so there's still fish all around us, so we're just going to keep trolling where we are. Once again, let's look at the map. And we are trolling back over this space here, which was sort of my original goal, but then I ended up running into the unique down here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we troll. And per usual, I try different speeds out, but a lot of the fish that I've seen, nice fish that I've seen, has been at slower speeds trolling. So I will, at some point, if we don't get a fish pretty quickly, I'll pause the recording and just sort of bring you back when we do get a fish on. But regardless, I wanted to just update you on that unique marlin. And in case you haven't tried fishing in this particular area, it could be worth taking a look at. I will say, I don't think it's as good of a bite rate as some of the other spots that we've fished at, but it already seemed like there were some pretty good fish here. And then when I hit that marlin, then I'm just so excited to finally see a marlin and for it to be unique. The very first one is just, I don't know what the chances of that were, but it's pretty cool. So, all right, I'm gonna go some different speeds here just to see if we can get some stuff happening. And then, like I said, I won't keep you here for too long without getting a fish on. I'll just pause it and then bring you back as soon as there's something to see. But still really enjoying this map, this experience. Apparently they have decided to reverse the decision to make it where you couldn't fast forward through night times for free. And so impressed that they took everyone's feedback so quickly and realized that, you know what, this is probably not a good decision. And I thought, especially for lower level players, I'm really glad that they reversed course on that. As I was just thinking about what that would be like for lower level players, it seemed like that would be kind of rough. All right, there's a Mahi, and let's go ahead and keep that. Ooh, we accomplished a mission. Okay, so this is the Kaiji no Ri topwater fish mission that we were on. And I guess I'll just have to... I will include that in the name of this video, as well as the fishing spot for the... as well as the fishing spot for that unique. Because I've been working on these missions... Oh, you have to catch 3 of them anyway. And I've been doing separate videos for each mission. Anyway, it's, you know, first world problem kind of situation here. But since you have to get 3, maybe we won't see another one. If we do see another one, we'll switch to a slightly bigger lure. I think that's the only reason why we probably hit that Mahi here, is because I did switch to a much smaller lure. All right, let's get going again. I actually don't see as much. Oh yeah, there still are fish real close by. So maybe I won't have that as a part of this video with the with that mission, because we still can catch 2 more. Even if it's just 1 we're going after, that's totally fine. And now we have some clue as to maybe how to go for it, which is fun. All right, we'll go a little faster here on the troll. You go up to 25% of engine power, which will take us up to a pretty decent speed here. It's like 9 knots or more. But I don't want to go that fast for long, as now we'll start coming back down. And I think that this is just... Oh, now that might be a fish. Let's see. Yes. Nope. Bounced off. Bounced off. And it might have been that I hit that too hard or too quick. Or it could just be that, you know, sometimes fish hit the lines, but they don't stay on. That actually happens quite a bit, so. And once again, next time I leave and come back, I'll probably switch to the other boat again. I think I have decided that I enjoy the other boat slightly more, though this boat's been great. I mean, nothing wrong with this boat. If you're sort of stuck between deciding between the 2 boats, you really can't go wrong. I suspect that there are almost an equal number of reasons to go for this DLC versus the other one. In terms of the boat size, the big DLC versus the smaller DLC. All right, how are we looking on fish? Yeah, we're still looking really good. Let's get up to speed again here and then back off. Oops, we don't want to back off entirely. I wanted to check the map again to kind of see where we are. All right, so we might want to turn a little bit more northwest if we want to stay in this section we're trying to stay in. So currently we're going a little too far north, so let's move west a bit. And again, when I do this, speed up a little bit so you don't get as many missed bites. Sometimes, like, it seems like that happens a little too much when you're going too slow on the turn. So if you want to go a little faster so that if you have a bite, you see the bite, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. Pretty decent fish on the secondary line, actually. So if we can not drop it here, we'll go through some misery on the secondary line, I suppose. This isn't too bad. He's holding it on the front like it's real big, which it's not that it's small, but it's funny. I actually want to change the setting real quick, but I don't want to lose the fish. Okay, I can't open it anyway, so that's fine. I'm used to having, I play this on another PC sometimes. I'm used to having the pro setting. And it's nice just when you're trying to figure out what part of your rig is holding you back or being impacted the most. All right, this fish is coming in nice. Whatever size this is like the perfect size for this rig to just come in very, very comfortably, I'd say. When I caught that unique Marlin, it was out beyond 400 meters of line, and it was a long fight. There was times I thought I might not get it in. Now, for what it's worth, that setup does have the line is down to about 80% wear. But still, no matter what, it was going to be a big fight. I mean, even if everything was at 100%, it was going to be a big fight. That's just, those Marlins are crazy. And you're going to lose Marlins sometimes, I think, because I don't know that there's a way around the fact that sometimes they change directions and they swim at you so fast that you might just get the line slack FGA, fish got away situation. I don't know that that's going to always be in your control. But, I mean, again, long fight, chance of losing a fish. It's an amazing fish. I mean, that's pretty exciting, to be honest. So, all right, what kind of little like tuna species did we get here? The big eye, very nice fish. In particular, I would say very nice fish for this setup. I don't know what's going on with that other line. Let's pull it in. It's worth pulling in your lines every once in a while. You never know when you've caught like some paper bag or plastic bag or something that's just gumming up your line. So especially if you are trolling on top of fish, you know there's fish there, and you've got one or two lines out, and you're not catching anything. It's time to just make sure nothing's gumming up the line. Okay, let's get trolling again and see where we are on the map. I wanted to point something out that I really actually like this spot as well. So before I was showing you how I was having some success staying in this lane here, which I think that's worth trying, but the good news is there's good fish all over this area, and one thing I like to do is actually to kind of go between here to here. And we're not talking about like specific spots. We're talking about areas. I mean, I caught this unique Marlin. Here's the spot I caught it at. I don't know that actually matters that much. I think we have another fish on. I heard something going on over here. Okay. Awesome. I love it. We are in a good spot apparently. I also skipped to the next morning. So I realized that I was doing a lot of fishing in very late in the afternoon. And thankfully here in the ocean map, I don't think you are as beholden to specific weather, specific spots, specific time of day as you are on other maps in this game. But I did notice a little bit of a downturn in activity as it got into the late afternoon. And for that day at least, it was just less good fishing. I really want to make sure there's nothing on the other line. I don't think there is. I think that's just sort of the normal, sometimes a fish will hit it and then just let it go. But it is weird. Oh, I still didn't change the pro setting, did I? It would be nice to at least catch one fish on that setup that we caught the unique Marlin on, just because I'd love to be able to show you another fish on that setup, even if it's not a Marlin, that's fine. But right now this setup's getting all the activity, which isn't surprising. This is a much smaller lure. We're gonna have a better bite rate, a little bit smaller setup, so I don't know that I could have gotten the Marlin in on this setup, especially with any wear, but I don't know. Maybe I would have, but it's hard to imagine. A regular Marlin, sure. Trophy, possibly. Could I have gotten the unique in on the slightly smaller casting setup? I don't know. This is going to be some sort of tuna species, though. It's not doing the Marlin things. All right. Looks like a good fish, though. Yes. Oh, a Pacific bluefin tuna, but it's a young one. Imagine if it hadn't been young. Ow. That looks like a big fish. Okay. So, what I was trying to do last time was get trolling again. Yeah, I think I want to be heading towards our other mark right now, because we're trying to just take a chance that we can hit another very lucky Marlin. But I mean, not even, it could be a regular Marlin as far as I'm concerned at this point. But let's make sure we're good. Oh, that wave though. I think that indicates a big fish is what I think. You see the size of that wave? All right. Yeah, that's what happens when you have your line that close to the boat. You actually can see the evidence of the large fish. Okay. We still haven't changed to pro. All right, buckle up. This could take a minute. See, we're only losing line at the moment. Now our line right now is down to 76%. Our reel is down to 80%, 88%, and this might be a Marlin. You see it? You see how it's all of a sudden swimming towards us with that kind of speed? Yeah, I don't. Okay. Holy cow. Oh man. If it is a Marlin, I mean, obviously we're not going to have two uniques in a row, but the question is, could we have gotten a trophy? Or will this be just a regular Marlin? It does feel a lot smaller than the unique. The unique would have been out at 400 meters by now. I guess not 400 if we only have 345, but a lot of line. Oh, you know what? Okay, this is funny. The other PC that I'm talking about that I have it on Pro, I have that set up on as it's probably still on where it shows like feet instead of meters. So it probably was out at 400 plus feet because I have 1,200 feet of line. I only have 345 meters of line. So whatever, 400 and something feet equals how many meters? I don't know, 100 and something. So I guess I should say the unique Marlin had me out past 100 meters. Well past 100 meters during that fight. I don't know that this one will ever get to 100 meters. Hopefully we will get it in and it won't ever reach 100 meters. That's funny. I need to get the settings the exact same on both PCs so that I don't have this confusion. This is a nice fish, a fun fight. I mean, it's pretty cool. I was not sure if we were going to be able to catch a second one, and I guess I could be wrong. There could be another species that, is as aggressive and feels similar to the way that the Marlin fights, but based on my experience with the last one, I would say that's what this is. This is a smaller Marlin. Oh. Look how big it is. Just the water getting disrupted that much as it comes to the surface. Boy, he did not like that, did he? I like the changes they've made to fish fighting, the mechanics of fish fighting in FP. It's particularly here in the ocean doing this kind of fishing. It's good, feels good, feels visceral. It's still a little mechanical. You know, you start to see the pattern, I guess, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I do think there's been improvements made. Yeah, overall I think it's good. You start to get a feel for what works best. You definitely want to be doing the lift and drop method here as much as possible, but then there's times where you're actually just pulling it in that you don't need to lift and drop. You just, pull it in. But if you're trying to disrupt his run, then yeah, the lift and drop is a good way to try to get him off course a little bit. We're close here. I think we're going to get him in right here. I don't know why we haven't pulled out the old gaff. There we go. It's amazing. I can't believe we got 2 of these. This is awesome. So obviously this one's not unique, but it is still a Marlin. It's awesome. Love it. All right. Let's try to get one more fish here before we wrap this one up. See where we are. Where are we headed? Yeah, we kind of want to go straight. I guess it's, yeah, kind of east of here towards the other mark. Get these out headed in the right. No way. No way that quick. No shot this is another Marlin though. This is tiny. So before I skip to the next day, telling you, this setup right here, the Trolling Octopus 85 gram 7/0 hook with the 15 centimeter blue squid chain. I mean, it is doing some work. That is now a unique skipback as well as the unique Marlin. And I think I'm going to go ahead and drop that mark, and that means I'm going to delete this mark. I just need to remember that that it's this whole area. Just in my mind, I want to sort of expand the area a little bit. I think I'm going to get a little farther out, and then I'm going to drop a navigation buoy. This spot is starting to look just too good not to have a navigation buoy out. All right, let's see. I want to get these lines slightly farther away from the boat, actually. We'll put them both about, well, the other one's at what, 35? We'll go about 40 on this one. All right. Yeah, we've got fish all around us here. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let me go to settings really quick. We want the pro tackle load indicator. And I don't know that this helps or hurts or whatever, but until I get a fish on, I just like to change the speed of the troll pretty consistently. I'll give it a couple minutes at 1%, then I'll go to 5%. Give it a few minutes. If nothing happens, I'll move it to 2 to 3%. And a lot of times it seems like at the change of speed is when I sometimes see the fish. Not always, but so I don't know if there's something to that or not, but it's something I've been kind of messing around with. At least in this boat here at 1%, we're traveling at 5 knots, which seems to be good. It is 6:30 in the morning. We now have $63,000 worth of fish in our boat, with plenty more room to get more in there. And just the regular Marlin worth almost 30K. I mean, this is a money fish for sure. The unique was, of course, worth a lot more than that. All right, we're going to speed up to about 5% here. We're still overfish. Schools of fish below us. We can change this to here so we can see kind of what depth some of the fish are that we're going over. Back down to 4%. So my understanding is that on one side we're seeing fish in our area, and then on the other side, or right in front of us, we're seeing fish just kind of straight below us. Look at this. I mean, all of the touches that they've put in this that just makes it just seem like an alive place, right? It's just kind of amazing. Didn't know it was a horror game, did you? Oh, that knocked us off course? And we have a fish on at the same time? What is going on? Oh, no, we don't. It just... Okay, so it's my bad. The sailboats and stuff just clip right through you. Apparently not so much this fella. Let's wait till he gets ahead of us here. We're almost there. I mean, I can't even see. I'm gonna go in reverse so we get to it faster. All right. Man, he really knocked us off course. Now we can get back on the course we're meant to be on here. Sort of want to make sure nothing's... It would be hard to tell since there was so much slack in these lines, but I think we're good. Now we slow way down. We're overfish, kind of. There's big fish below us. All right. All right, so I'm back up in the area right around where we caught that unique Marlin, and we immediately got a little Mahi on the line, which is fine, although we have to be careful because we're getting closer and closer to completing that quest that we don't want to complete. So let's throw... I don't know if pilkers work on trolling, actually. We could put a bucktail. I think bucktail probably has just as good a chance. Catch the Mahi, actually. Alright. Oh, there we go. Yep, here we go. Okay. One more. One more fish. We may be able to tell pretty quickly if this is just like a really nice tuna, something like that, or if it's actually another marlin out here in marlin country. So far, it doesn't seem to be a marlin to me, but we're early. It's got 70 meters of line. It's just hanging out back there. We're early. I'm still thinking not marlin, but big tuna right now is what I'm thinking. But if it starts making runs towards us, flipping all around, high-speed chases, then I could be convinced. But I just haven't seen it do any of the marlin things yet. Okay. Okay. We may just lose it. I cannot believe we haven't lost this fish. Unbelievable. 100% a marlin. Changed my mind. Wow, it really held that in. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know that there's always anything you can do about it. If you want to be really safe, like let's say you've got a buddy with you, he's you know, you've made him captain, he's sitting at the wheel. When that happens, you start driving, 1-2% away from the fish to get that slack out a little quicker. Maybe. Oh, look at the size. Look at that wave as the fish is coming up towards the surface here. Oh, come up towards the surface here, buddy. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was scary. I'm surprised the game didn't take the fish off there. We got very lucky. Very, very lucky is what I'm saying. For it to make a run at us like that, for that long, that speed. Yeah, he's just kind of playing with us right now. He surfaced. He surfaced. He surfaced. Just stay, 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 stay. Nope. We are not in control. We're just waiting for this fish to make a mistake right now. So just a few fish, and we've gone 10% more wear on the line. When you're catching these money fish that are so big and fight so aggressively, does not take long to start doing damage to your line. Which, the problem, of course, if you're not high enough level to actually be able to purchase replacement stuff, you have to start thinking about either being willing to spend some bait coins online or going for smaller fish eventually. But we're a long way from that. I mean, this is still the first spool of line on this rod, so I mean, it's not like that happens quick, but it is a thing. I think we'll run out of line, you know, theoretically. Not that I'm gonna level to 82 out here, but theoretically, I would run out of line before I would make it to high enough level to actually purchase the line in the store for in-game dollars. Man, this is a fish and a half. Now, I wasn't timing it. I would say the unique... Oh, he's surfacing right close to us. Thought that was the mistake we were looking for. Oh, look at that. Holy cow, that was a good view of him. I do think the fight with the unique lasted maybe twice this long. Maybe longer, but it's also a little different because this one took that run at us that just kept going and going. I mean, he pretty much gave up 40 meters of line in one run. And surprisingly didn't get off the line. I think we've got him right here. Yeah, we do, right? The whole boat full. Okay, there you go. So there's a trophy. Wow. A trophy striped marlin, 103 kilos, $42,000. Man, oh man. Wow, that's great. Okay, so one last time, we're catching these monsters on the 15 centimeter squid chain with the trolling octopus size 85 gram 7/0 hook. Sorry, you'll have to do some conversion if you were using inches and pounds and all that. Feet. Okay. Let's look at the map one more time. So we caught the unique out here, and then we caught the trophy up here. Again, I just think, you know, this area, this whole run is interesting. Back over here, really good fish back over here. But right now, for what it's worth, you know, with this weather, this time of day, I don't know. Again, I don't know all the factors at this point, but out here seems to be marlin country. If I back away from the, fully zoom out of the map, you know, we're well northeast of the main island. We are way up here. So, well, there you go. Hopefully this will help you if you are trying to search for the marlins. We have both a unique skipjack, a trophy marlin, and a unique marlin, all caught up here on this same setup. All right, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Let me know how your fishing's going, and tight lines.